Hey Star Wars fans, Jesse from Imperial Academy, and we are back. And I am showing you something from my personal collection. These are fanzine magazines or books. These were made, the ones that I have are roughly from Return of the Jedi, from 83 to 87. A friend of my wife's who she worked with is a Star Wars fan. And while she was moving, she gave these to me. And she collected these over the years, and people would just trade them off, sell them. Once the movies died out back then, there was nothing really going on, so people just made their own, reading material from what could happen after Jedi, just to different ins and outs. But these books are really, really good. The artistry on this are, are good, and I love collecting oddball kind of things like this. Hey, what kind of shows that? And just the artwork. I mean, this was prior to the internet, and hey, what are we looking at? But just artwork on this are really cool. I haven't read all of them. I think this one's from 87. And it's just people making their own stories, which is so cool. And then right here's like a rating chart. And you mail this back and tell them, like, oh, what did you think about the novels? Did I forget anything? Do you like the table of contents? And this is how the news spread around. And people took time creating their artwork. That's one of them. Outland Chronicles. And this is kind of like a story comic book in a way. Here, let's start from the beginning. And these are really cool for a collector's item, since you don't see these a lot. I don't know if that's Han Solo or Luke. So it's just all different oddball stories. Like I said, these are pretty cool to collect. If you find them, I say pick them up. But they're pretty interesting.
May the Force be with you.
There's a lot of reading material. I mean, back then, yeah, it was. There was no EU books until the late 90s. So in the 80s, people, selling these, trading them off, or let's see here. I just seen this short stories. What is this, a song? Chorus? Yeah. Oh, it's a song. My Sweet Leia. And I ain't gonna sing. Hey, there we go. Yeah, so sometimes people usually give me stuff just because they know that I'll take care of it, and I don't go sell my figures or anything like that. That's just not me. I did sell a couple of items, and I regret to this day that I sold them, but I needed the money bad, and it was for the house, and the house comes first before anything else. Sure, kicking some butt. So it's all different, but there's a lot of reading material in this, and back then, like I said, there was no internet. So this kept you busy for a while, and people did their own stories. The answers, here's it back. I have about 2 more to go through. Legacy. And this kind of hard plastic cover. Or is it laminated? I think it could be laminated. This is from 1986. by Nancy Renee. I'm gonna see it. I wonder if I can look up this person, but like, hey, I have one of your fanzines. I actually want to sit down and read. I don't think I finished reading this one, or I don't think I even started. But hopefully you guys can see pretty good. But these are pretty cool compared to the books now, which I don't read. I'm an EU person, so I have issues with the new books, and I prefer the EU better. But that's just my opinion. So that's that one. We have Revenge of the Jedi. Look at the artwork on this for hand. You know, drawing it all on hand. Look at this. By Tony Chong. So here you go. It's all the names are to the left. Who's speaking? Who's talking? So I guess if you're reading, you can go ahead and put the voice in your head, which is pretty cool because that's what I do when I read. I'll usually put the soundtracks on and read, and you know, use the power of imagination. I use the voices and go along with the story. It makes the book better. Here. Sorry, loud noise. Truck was passing by. There's Han. Let's flip back again. There we go. And I'm glad I have these. It's just shows you a different world out there, not just figures or knickknacks here and there, but just other collecting things that are out there in this world. And that's what I like. I like oddball stuff, you know, from erasers to restaurant stuff for Star Wars. Here we have Luke Skywalker 4. The back is ripped, and it's cool. This is, you know, well known, the Star Wars fan club. I wonder whose P.O. box is that is now. Can you imagine sending a letter saying, hey, I want to join the Star Wars fan club? That'll be hilarious. So Skywalker 4. And this one is about, let's see here. This one's ripping also, so I gotta be careful. About 224 pages. And let's see here, available from Seattle, Washington. And it was about, let me see, in person $6, book rate $7.40. I think it was like $8 to send out for it. And this was in November 28, 1980. Wow. Jeez, that was a long time ago. Look at this. Look at this. Close to 300 pages. That's pretty much a book. And they're all different stories, obviously. But this was, you know, the power of the Force, Star Wars, and what it created. It made people use their minds to create other stories and other fan films and fan reading material. Look at that. Gosh, what memories. I gotta find more. I'm sure I can probably find more, but it'll be cool if I can find any more. But, well guys, that was something from my collection. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, may the Force be with you.